Stocks in news that have been moving around. The stock of PVR has gone up by nearly 45% since the 1st of November. Sanjeev Bijli, the joint managing director at the company, joining in to put a perspective on what's going right for the company and the plans going forward. The last point of news flow that we had was with respect to DT Cinemas, 5% up on the stock this morning. Sanjeev, morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Can you share with us what kind of growth targets we're working with post the acquisition of DT Cinemas, say by the end of this financial year and next?
I think this financial year, this is difficult to say because it will take time to consolidate. And we've just taken over their 26 screens. So we're working hard in terms of consolidating the systems and consolidating the cinemas. But I think it's going to give us a very good market share in Delhi and Gurgaon. And next year, we should be able to consolidate our position up in the north. So we're looking at hopefully, better results in the coming quarters.
Sanjeev, because of the way you structured the deal with DT Cinemas, promoter shareholding in PVR has gone down from 41% to close to 34%. Do you know if there are any plans afoot to dilute promoter holding even further?
No, not as of now, actually, because I think this is the level that is probably the minimum for us. In fact, if anything, we should try to, see if we can take it up at some point of time. We're fully funded now, so there's no need for future funding for a while. So therefore, I don't think there is any cause for dilution either in the future.
How much are you spending on the business organically, say between now and the end of financial year 2011? What kind of number of screens are we talking about, net of DT and PVR independently?
I think by the end of March 2010, at least, we'll be adding 32 screens. Those are obviously, with a lot of certainty, I can say that, because they're already under construction. So give and take a couple of months here and there for licenses, we should be able to open 32 screens. And beyond that, I think it's, even if we look at additional 50 screens every year, that's a good growth number.
At a cost of how much per screen?
About 1.5 crores per screen.
Okay. Can you give me a rough sense also of what you may look back at with terms of profitability? I mean, if you're looking out, say, over the next 18 months and sales, what kind of rough growth numbers or targets are you working with? You would have some sort of an internal assessment.
I don't know if I can actually give a number for this particular year because of the first quarter, because of the strike and all. I mean, that was something which obviously diluted the profits to a large extent. We're looking at, I don't know, maybe the next year we're obviously targeting about a 500 crore turnover, which will come from the new properties that we're adding organically and also the ones that we've taken over from DT. But this year, as I said, the first quarter was a bit of a disappointment because of the strike.
At an average across properties, Sanjeev, how did you see footfalls grow in the current quarter, and what kind of growth are you projecting going forward?
This quarter and the last quarter have been pretty healthy, thanks to the constant flow of content. So we've seen about 10 to 15% growth in all the stores across the country, most of them. And I think that trend should continue because the content flow is looking very good in this quarter and the next quarter, in Jan, Feb, March also, surprisingly when it's lean otherwise, but we've got some good content coming up. So it seems that, we'll continue with that kind of growth.
Can you very quickly tell me where a bulk of these new 32 screens will be coming in? Because you said you've consolidated NCR with DT. Which geographies are you looking at pumping up largely into?
We've actually, most of them are opening up in new territories where we're not present right now. We have a 7 screen in Chennai, a 6 screen in Ahmedabad, and Raipur, and Jaipur. So these are the places we're not operational right now. So these are new markets for us, and they all are very promising, especially Chennai is going to be a very promising market.
All the best, Sanjeev. Thanks so much for taking time out and joining us this morning. Sanjeev Bijli, the Joint Managing Director at PVR Cinemas. Well, for the market, 871 stocks advancing to about 350 declining, 75 points higher on the Sensex at 17,060, Nifty higher by 27 at 5094. No concerns for the moment, 5100 is in sight. From Shruti, myself and the entire team here at the dealing room, thank you so much for watching.
Enjoy the rest of your day.